Autographed hardcover special edition copy of Land of Childhood's Fears will be sent to you for a $100 donation, or you can buy the book directly from the publisher. See links in the description. Yes, America, it is true. After decades of a shadow government, which took power immediately after the JFK murder in Dallas, Texas, on November 22, 1963, a silent coup disguised as the work of a crazed lunatic and covered up with the full knowledge of traitors in the CIA-infiltrated mainstream media, a coup which successfully accomplished the 1932 attempt foiled by General Smedley Butler. That coup, that usurpation of the Republic by means of stealth, deception, bribery, and treason of every conceivable sort, crimes that were continuously committed with absolute impunity behind the scenes and out of sight of the people of this nation, because respected news reporters were, in reality, compromised or paid co-conspirators in treason. That coup is about to be scooped up and severely dealt with in full light of the citizen press. Those of us who took to social media and spent countless hours, thousands of dollars of our own money, and years fighting the mainstream media bullshit, and in the face of overwhelming odds, and despite the Goliath corporations that sought to silence our voices, we defeated them on a battlefield of their choosing, the information war. And when the deep state realized that the frazzled rat, the wizard behind their long-standing curtain of illusion and MK Ultra-style mass hypnosis, had been soundly defeated by information carried by our voices, they brought to bear the almost unlimited resources of the globalists, Rothschild, Soros, and covertly the British Crown and even the Vatican, and tried to silence us by demonetizing our videos. They tried to shadow ban us, and when even that failed, they just took us completely off their venue under the guise of community guidelines. Now, I am unfamiliar with the so-called community they're referring to, but perhaps it is a community much like the regime of Pol Pot, Mao Zedong, or perhaps Adolf, Stalin, or North Korea. The community I belong to was, and still is, a gathering of 29,250 subscribers who watched over 700 of my videos until their tube took it down. Now we have this battle to the next level. All of us who love this country and who believe in the principles upon which it was founded are going to take our free speech back. And here is how we do it. With each other's individual consent, we download videos from each other's channels and incorporate our own commentary into the copied video, then upload it onto our own channel or onto a new channel that is created for that specific purpose. There are already several channels that have posted videos of mine that were taken down, and I appreciate their work. In the description section, I provide links to a downloader which is able to grab videos from their tube and a utility to capture videos of your screen and do picture-in-picture commentary. If enough people do this, we can be sure that our collective voices are impossible to silence. We will fill their servers with our content, which they will not be monetizing, driving them batshit, and costing them money until such time as the Internet Bill of Rights is passed and social media is declared a public utility. Anyone watching this video has my permission to repost any video on this channel or on my new BitChute channel, so long as the video is posted in its entirety. I also ask that you please include my Patreon, PayPal, and GoFundMe links along with your description. Thank you very much. Hello, this is Dave from Net4Truth USA. It is March 9th, 2018, on a beautiful, partly cloudy day, but that's okay. I said in one of my prior videos that was taken down by their tube that when you hear this sound coming from this channel, that means the caca is about to hit the air movement device. Now my dog should be here any second. There he is. He thinks that's his toy. There he is. Come here. Come here. Let the camera see you, Joby. Let the camera see you. There he goes. Oh, on a serious note, anybody who's watching my videos on this channel has my permission to copy them in their entirety and post them to their channel. And do like I did, have a little couple of animals floating around in the beginning so the reviewers can't see. Well, they're going to watch the whole video. But, you know, I've caught them banning, demonetizing my video as it was uploading. So you figure that one out. But soon, I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem. I think the lawsuits are going to be moot because people in the deep state are funding the demonetization and the taking down of conservative voices on social media. And this will not stand. This will not stand. Either the government does something about it, or the patriots will. Take your choice. If I was you, I'd deal with the government because you don't want to fall into the hands of pissed off patriots. So in the description section, I have two links to two utilities. One you cannot find on the Play Store that enables you to download videos from damn near anywhere onto your phone or your tablet, and then you can manipulate them the way you want, the way you would edit and you know, compile and upload a video. The other utility you can find on the Play Store, and it is a utility that captures video from your screen, and it has the ability to put your camera, your face camera or your forward-facing camera or your selfie camera in a picture-in-picture sizable little thing that you can grab a video and then make a picture-in-picture commentary. So if you want, take my videos. I'm not going to copyright strike you or nothing, but be advised that my whole channel is taken down because of some bullshit video that I reposted from somewhere else that it wasn't a copyright strike. It's just like some excuse to take my whole freaking channel down. So you know what? This will not stand because there are already several people who are reposting my videos. So trying to demonetize my channel, trying to take my channel down is not going to work. I already have started something on BitChute. I'm going to other venues, and my links will be in the descriptions before they take it down. They take this down, I gotta put another one down until they run out of email addresses, which is, and if they go by the phone number, I'll just change them. I'll just change the SIM card. Not a problem. Not a problem. So let's fill their servers with conservative voices that they're not getting paid for. That'll fix them until the government swoops in and makes this whole thing a public utility like the gas company or the electric company, which it should be in the first place. But, you know, the law never is in step with the technology. So if they think that they're going to violate our First Amendment rights, and that's what they're doing, they are government-entangled corporations that do business with the government, and therefore they are the government or part of the government or influenced by the government, and therefore they can be held liable and responsible for violation of constitutional rights, just like the government. Their argument is, we're a private corporation. We can do whatever the hell we want. Oh, really? Okay, well, if you're a private corporation, you're a publicly traded company, everybody should dump your stock. You know, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. We defeated the frazzled rat, and we destroyed the mainstream media. We wiped them off the face of the planet. They're dead, and they don't even know it. Or they won't admit it to themselves. They're like slide rules, you know? When calculators came out, everybody had a slide rule. Oh, look at this shit. Everybody was like, put this big-ass thing on your belt, and then somebody comes out with a little calculator. Boop, 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 boop. It cost $100, but it had 9 digits of accuracy, which is impossible to do with a slide rule. So Cufflo and Nessa continued to make slide rules and went out of business. Adios. I see you later. You are obsolete. Obsolete. And the mainstream media is done. Just like the globalists and the deep state and the people who took over this government on November 22nd, 1963, are about to meet their maker. They're either going to be snatched up, arrested, or they're going to suicide themselves, because there is no way out. There's no way out. There is no way you're going to put the genie back in the bottle, Jack. There's just no way. No way. So you have a choice. Turn yourselves in or fall into the hands of patriots. And believe me, the latter option is not a good thing. This is Dave from Net for Truth USA. Thank you very much for listening. And if you can, please support us, because YouTube isn't doing nothing for me now. Later. The following is from YouTube channel Headlines with a Voice. Please follow the link in the description and subscribe to this channel.
Your daily digest of current events and commentary. This is Headlines with a Voice.
On March 1st, 2018, President Donald Trump signed an executive order titled 2018 Amendments to the Manual for Courts-Martial, United States. The following is why President Trump found it necessary to do so. The political reality throughout the United States is that the legal profession is overwhelmingly populated by card-carrying Democrats, liberal lawyers, progressive corporate attorneys, activist judges, and left-wing district attorneys. All those fancy law degrees from Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Stanford, Columbia, Georgetown, Cornell, etc., are conferred upon mostly left-leaning Juris Doctors. They're a vastly self-serving lot who are staunch Democrats their entire lives. Many never even leave their major metro area, even a single time, except to fly to another metropolitan airport. The majority of these self-proclaimed advocates get into the business as a way of pushing their personal agendas, as they also promote an overarching and socially destructive liberal platform. The notorious New York City attorneys and Philadelphia attorneys are in actuality the muscle employed by the New World Order globalists and national leaders of cultural Marxism. By relentlessly undermining the nation's system of law, the legal class, and particularly the political class, has reduced the republic to a mere shadow of its former glory. The ultra-liberal lawyers and their subversive associates have literally laid waste to civil society. Their political power is now so entrenched, and the implementation of their agenda is so advanced, that only radical surgery can remove such a cancer from the body politic. The United States criminal justice system is dominated by Democratic operatives at every level within most of the major urban jurisdictions. The best and worst legal counselors among them know exactly how to manipulate the judicial machinery to advance their liberal agenda, and they do so with a vengeance. Ever since President Trump has been President Trump, the nation has witnessed the many ways that the courts have been used to shut down his various initiatives. The Democrat-aligned attorneys routinely collude with the activist judiciary to terminate any presidential order or directive that can be overturned. Because of this ever-worsening predicament, President Trump has had his hands tied to a great degree. The resulting governmental paralysis has left the president with no choice but to apprehend the coup plotters who are guilty of outright sedition. Most of these agents of deep state are committing acts of treason simply because of their political ideology. Others are coerced via bribery or blackmail by their shadow government masters. In view of President Trump's plight, he has no choice but to prosecute the perpetrators via the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Only in this way can the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Armed Forces be assured that justice will be administered, free from judicial sabotage and political interference. Once the Uniform Code of Military Justice legal framework has been adopted, military tribunals can be established to prosecute the numerous traitors throughout the deep state. That they all be apprehended expeditiously and simultaneously is critical to the success of this strategy. The longer they're free to make mischief, the more dangerous it becomes for the president, his political allies, and the leaders of the Patriot movement. In light of the critical stage of this ongoing coup d'etat, it's especially imperative that the insurrectionists be incarcerated at Guantanamo Bay Detention Center, post haste. In this way, they can be securely imprisoned at a great distance from those who would aid their escape. Most importantly, the insurgents can be efficiently moved through the military tribunal process so that justice can be served fairly and swiftly. The civilian criminal justice system would see these cases intentionally tied up in the courts for years on end. In this manner, justice would be continually deferred or subverted altogether through liberal legal gymnastics. The response to an attempted overthrow of a sitting president falls squarely within the domain of the U.S. Armed Forces. For this and other significant reasons, military tribunals must be constituted with all deliberate speed. The more quickly the criminal prosecutions can be conducted, the sooner the prodigious body of hard evidence proving guilt of treason and sedition can be made available to the concerned public. The American people deserve nothing less than a complete airing of the many serious crimes which have been committed by countless political leaders and government officials. In point of fact, the ongoing crime spree carried out to advance the soft coup against the president represents only a fraction of the transgressions by the deep state criminals, rogue intel and secret service agents, and the shadow government. It's important to remember that this same cabal of career criminal politicians and government officials has a multi-decade rap sheet that will shock the country. It includes an endless list of state-sponsored terrorism, first-degree felonies, especially VIP assassinations and premeditated murders, outright genocide, war crimes against several nations, grand theft on a massive scale, crimes against humanity, child exploitation crime syndicates, etc. Because the U.S. criminal justice system is incapable of rendering a just and fair outcome to these direly needed court proceedings, the president has no choice but to assign the task to the U.S. military courts. The stark reality is that the aforementioned crime wave is so immense that the civilian criminal courts would be overwhelmed much more than they already are. The ensuing tsunami of criminal cases and civil lawsuits would effectively incapacitate our entire justice system. As for systematic prosecution under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, applications for reversals can be heard by the United States Court of Appeals for the Armed Forces. The Judge Advocate General's Corps can be expanded accordingly to accommodate the expected appeals, as well as to handle the prosecutions and request for defense. JAG officers can be assigned to those deep state defendants who have been stripped of their ill-gotten gains so as to afford them a fair trial. In this fashion, the United States citizenry can be assured that many of the co-conspirators will be taken off of the streets once and for all. Furthermore, by serving out their life sentences at Guantanamo Bay Detention Center, the most dangerous offenders will not be able to exert their pernicious influences within these United States of America. The most serious offenders, of course, will be subject to capital punishment, as they should be. Also note that the single most powerful position in the United States federal government is not the President, nor the Speaker of the House. It is, in fact, the United States Attorney General. As the nation's chief attorney and top law enforcement officer, the Attorney General can take down any government official or corporate CEO with the stroke of a pen. For this reason alone, it's well understood throughout the political realm and criminal justice circles that the occupant of this position is always a trusted agent of the deep state. The current order of utter lawlessness and profound criminality that reigns inside the Beltway is a glaring testament to this fact, and the deliberate failure to drain the swamp by Attorney General Jeff Sessions further validates that he's either a covert agent of the deep state or a completely controlled shadow government operative. A vast litany of crimes have been committed by the deep state against the American people spanning many decades. Egregious crimes have also been perpetrated against foreign nations in the name of the American people and with our tax dollars. Were all the heinous wrongdoings to be made public, the body politic would go into a state of collective and incapacitating shock. The United States of America has been ruled by a criminal cabal of incorrigible and clinically insane psychopaths over the course of several administrations. The nation can no longer tolerate the profound damage and extensive destruction inflicted on every sphere of our lives. Because the United States of America has hit a proverbial wall, radical measures are now required. Everyone can participate in this civic initiative by circling the flyer I've linked to in the production notes below. Share it with everyone you know. Everyone. The content of this highly authoritative document is such that it effectively functions as a citizen's indictment. When a critical mass of we the people are correctly informed about these weighty criminal matters, the wheels of justice will begin to turn. With your daily digest of current events and commentary, this has been Headlines with a Voice.
Autographed hardcover special edition copy of Land of Childhood's Fears will be sent to you for a $100 donation. You can get the book from Amazon or buy it directly from the publisher at lulu.com. Links are in the description section.